I thought my girlfriend was the love of my life until I overheard her calling me punishment in a phone call with her friend. I'm not perfect, never claimed to be, but when I met Lisa, something in me just aligned. She felt like gravity, like someone who saw all the worst in me and said, "That's fine. I'll stay." We met during a psychology class. She was arguing with a professor about emotional detachment, and I couldn't take my eyes off her. After class, I went up to her, awkwardly, nervously, and she smirked like she'd been waiting for me all along. 6 months later, we were living together. I was talking about buying us a place. She talked about kids. She said she felt safe with me, not excited, not breathless, but safe, and I took that as love. She rarely spoke about her past relationships, said they were complicated. And every time I asked, she'd brush it off. It doesn't matter now. I have you. I didn't push. I trusted her until one night ruined everything. It was a regular Friday. I left work early to surprise her, picked up her favorite pizza and that stupid dessert she always claimed she hated but ate anyway. I unlocked the door slowly. The key always jammed, and I heard her voice from the kitchen. She was on the phone. I almost walked in to surprise her, but the tone of her voice stopped me cold. She was laughing, but it wasn't the laugh I knew. It was sharper, meaner. "No, Aline, I'm not with him because I love him. I told you already. He's too nice, too simple. Like, karma? After that psycho, he's my punishment." I froze in the hallway. The pizza bag was shaking in my hand. I thought I misheard. She kept going. "No, I don't regret it. He's safe, boring, stable. It's like a rehab after war. Peaceful, but I don't feel alive. It's not love. It's a shelter." I stepped away from the doorway and sat on the couch, completely numb. 5 minutes later, she walked in smiling like nothing happened. "You're home already? Why didn't you say something?" I just nodded. She kissed my cheek like nothing had shattered. That night, I laid next to her while she slept, eyes wide open, staring at the ceiling. Punishment. Rehab after war? She wasn't who I thought she was. And suddenly, our love felt like a story I had imagined alone. The next morning, I watched her pour coffee like nothing happened. Her robe hanging off one shoulder, hair messy, eyes soft. She looked at me and smiled. "You okay, babe? You're quiet today." I nodded, lied, just tired. I wasn't tired. I was unraveling. For the next few days, I played my role perfectly. Same texts, same cuddles, same "I love you." But now, every smile she gave me made my skin crawl. Every time she touched my arm, I flinched inside. She said she loved how stable I was, how calm. But now I understood I wasn't a man to her. I was a break, a pit stop, a human antidepressant, man detective the shift. I started noticing things I hadn't before. Her phone was always face down. She had this quick close behavior with her laptop. One night, I pretended to sleep, and she stayed up texting someone till 3 a.m. I saw her smile at her screen, bite her lip. My chest tightened. I didn't want to believe it, but something deep in me already knew. She wasn't just emotionally disconnected. She was hiding something. The next day, she left for work and forgot her iPad. It wasn't password protected. I hesitated for about 3 seconds. Open file folder the chat. Inside the Messenger app, I found a thread named "No Name." No photo, no info. I opened it. No name. "So, how's life with a babysitter?" "Lisa, safe, predictable, a coma with a heartbeat." No name. "He still thinks you're his soulmate?" "Lisa, he doesn't think, he believes." That's the thing. It's adorable and pathetic. I stopped reading. I wanted to scream, smash the screen, wake her up in another dimension and force her to explain. But I kept reading. "Lisa, honestly, I needed this. After Adrian, I needed someone who wouldn't hit walls or scream in parking lots. I needed a rehab guy. No name. So what now? Lisa, I don't know. I feel guilty sometimes. But he makes it easy. He doesn't question anything. He's so harmless. No name. Do you still talk to Adrian?" "Lisa, sometimes. Just to remind myself what chaos felt like." That was the moment I felt my hands go numb. Adrian. That was the name she always refused to talk about. Hole, the rabbit hole. Over the next week, I became obsessed. I searched her name with his. Searched Adrian's full name, which I found buried in an old tag photo. Dug through old posts, comments. He was real. A musician. Arrested once for assault. Tattoos. Face that said, "I'll ruin you for fun." I scrolled through his feed, and then I saw it. A story posted 2 weeks ago. Just a black screen. With a caption. She says she's clean now. But rehab's just where they hide the fire. The timestamp was midnight. The same night she told me she loved me in her sleep. I stared at the screen. My world spinning. How long had I been to rehab? The replacement? How long had I been living inside a lie so perfect it made me feel safe while it hollowed me out? I closed the iPad and finally accepted something I had been too scared to admit. Lisa never loved me. She needed me, but not in the way you hope someone does. That night, I sat across from her at dinner. The air between us was thick. Not with anger, not even tension, but something worse. Knowledge. I knew, and she didn't know I knew, and it was killing me. I watched her cut into her food, sip her wine, laugh at some stupid TV show playing behind me. I kept waiting for her to slip up, to say something cruel, something real, but she was flawless, as if she trained for this role her entire life. Until I broke the script. "Do you ever think about Adrian?" Her fork paused midair. She blinked. "What?" she asked too fast. "Adrian, you've never talked about him. I'm just curious." She stared at me for a second, calculating. And then, surprisingly, she exhaled, almost in relief. "Wow. Okay, I guess we're doing this." Firecracker the truth explodes. She pushed her plate away and leaned back. "You want the truth? Fine, I'll give it to you. Adrian was a fucking wildfire. He was loud, angry, unpredictable. But he made me feel something. I was addicted to him. He broke everything in me, emotionally, mentally. He cheated, he gaslit, he wrecked me. So, why do you still talk to him?" I asked. She didn't flinch. "Because I'm still healing. And yeah, part of me misses that chaos. I'm not proud of it, but at least I'm honest now." I stared at her, trying to reconcile this version of her with the woman I thought I loved. And me? What am I in all this? Her answer was slow, measured, like she owed me that much. "You're safe. You're kind. You gave me space to breathe. I needed that. But not love." She didn't speak, and her silence was louder than any scream. Brain mind games. I should have walked away then. Packed my things, left. But something kept me there, like a broken man who can't stop picking at his wound just to feel something. "Did you ever love me?" I whispered. "I loved what you gave me," she said. "The peace, the stability. But I don't know if I ever loved you. Not the way you love me." Those words were surgical. They carved out everything I had believed for the past year. And she said it so calmly, like telling me we were out of milk. "So I'm just rehab?" I asked. "A soft place to land after you got destroyed?" "You're not just anything," she said. "You saved me. But maybe I was too broken to be saved." Warning, but then she turns it around. She leaned in, and her voice changed. Quieter now, darker. "But you're not innocent either, are you?" That caught me off guard. "What are you talking about?" "You read my messages, went through my iPad, dug into my past, spied on me, and now you sit there, acting like I'm the monster." I swallowed hard. She wasn't wrong, but the audacity of her flipping this on me felt unreal. "I did it because I heard you call me your punishment." She nodded, slowly, and I meant it, not because you're bad, but because you reminded me of everything I'm not. You were a mirror, and I hated what I saw. Silence. She got up, walked to the bedroom, and came back holding a small notebook. Notebook to journal. She tossed it on the table. "I was going to burn this, but you want a full picture? Read it." I opened it. Inside were journal entries, raw, chaotic, sometimes romantic, sometimes terrifying. Day 46. He kissed my scars like they were medals. I don't deserve him. Day 61. I feel like a fraud, but I can't stop. I like being adored. It makes me forget I'm broken. Day 103. I miss Adrian, and I hate myself for it. Day 112. I caught myself wondering if I could love his name. Then I panicked, because what if I can't love anymore at all? I looked up. She was crying. "I never lied to you," she said. "I just didn't tell you everything, because I didn't know what to do with it myself." I sat there, broken in ways I couldn't explain. She wasn't evil. She wasn't innocent. Neither was I. We were two ghosts pretending to be whole. I didn't sleep that night. Lisa did, or at least pretended to. I lay there staring at the ceiling, the weight of her journal pressing against my chest. I had read every page. Her truths, her shame, her confusion. And still, I couldn't tell if I hated her or if I still loved her. She was broken. So was I. But did two broken people ever really fix each other? Or do we just cut deeper with our sharpest edges? Mobile phone the message. At 3:11 a.m., my phone buzzed. Unknown number. The message was short. No name. No context. Just, she still talks about me, doesn't she? My blood froze. Another buzz. Let me guess. You found the journal. You think you know her now? I sat up in bed, heart pounding. Lisa was asleep or pretending again. Third message. You don't know a damn thing about her, but you should. You deserve to. Attached, one voice recording. Sent 2 weeks ago. I hesitated. Everything in me said don't. But curiosity and pain are twins, and I've always been bad at ignoring either. Speaker high volume, the voice of the past. I played it. Lisa's voice. Soft, tired, raw. I missed the fire. I missed the feeling of losing control. He doesn't challenge me. He's gentle. Too gentle. Sometimes I want him to yell, to break something, to remind me that I'm alive. Adrian, I know you're toxic, but you felt like life. He feels like sedation. I hit pause. It was her. Recent. Undeniable. She had reached out to Adrian after everything. After the lies, the dinners, the cuddles. She still craved him. Craved the pain. Craved what I was never going to be. I looked at her, sleeping like a child, and suddenly all the pity I had for her turned into something else. Disgust. Not because she was broken, but because she knew it and still dragged me into her fire, just to feel warm. Speech ballooned the confrontation. Morning. She stretched, smiled, kissed my forehead. Morning. Sleepyhead. I didn't smile back. Adrian texted me last night. Her body went still. She didn't even blink. He sent me a recording. She sat up slowly. You listened? Should I not have? She didn't answer. Just stared at me. And for the first time, I saw fear in her eyes. Not fear of me, fear of being seen. Do you want to be with him again? I asked. No, she said too fast. I don't know how to be in peace. Chaos feels like home. I didn't mean to. You didn't mean to keep using me as a human blanket while you called your ex at night? Silence. I thought I could change, she whispered. You didn't even try. She was crying, sobbing like her soul had finally cracked open. And for one cruel second, I almost gave in. I almost reached out, almost held her, almost forgave her. But then I remembered. I remembered the recording. I remembered being called sedation. I remembered sitting outside our kitchen, pizza in my hands, while the girl I was planning to marry told her best friend I was her punishment. No amount of tears could glue that reality back together. You don't love me, I said. You love what I represent. Safety, escape, reset, but not me. She looked up, makeup smeared, voice cracking. I didn't mean to hurt you. I didn't even know how messed up I still was until you held up a mirror to it. And instead of dealing with it, you picked up the phone and called the guy who broke you in the first place. That shut her up. Luggage the end? I packed a bag that morning. Didn't yell. Didn't slam doors. Just left. She followed me to the hallway. Please, she whispered. I don't know who I am without you. I turned, then figured out, alone. She didn't argue, didn't chase me, just stood there. And I swear, I've never seen someone look more alone than she did in that moment. But I couldn't save her, because saving her was slowly killing me. Calendar 2 weeks later. Silence. No messages. No missed calls. I blocked her, deleted her journal scans, burned the real one in the sink. But the weight of her stayed, in the silence of my apartment, in the way I still reached for her side of the bed, in the ache of knowing that what I thought was love was actually trauma wearing a disguise. Then, one night, I got a letter. Real paper. Handwritten. No return address. Just, if you're reading this, it means I finally let go. It was from her. Love letter the letter. You were never my punishment. You were my proof that good still existed. And I treated you like a bandage instead of a person, because I was bleeding everywhere and didn't know how to stop. I hope one day you'll forgive me. Not for me, but for yourself. So you can stop carrying what I did to you like it defines you. You were never the problem. I just wasn't ready for peace. No return address. No social media trace. It was like she disappeared. Or maybe that was her goodbye. Dove closure? Some stories don't have satisfying endings. Just endings. And this was mine. I didn't get revenge. I didn't get closure from her lips. I got it from walking away and deciding I would never again be someone's rehab because I deserve to be someone's home, not their shelter after storm.